All right, so if you're like me, you only have enough money in your wallet to buy a new camera body and you don't end up buying any of the accessories that you require to get this thing working. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the 5 surprisingly affordable things that you can buy for your Sony a7IV. Now, the cool thing about all of these things are 1, you can get most of them on Amazon, and 2, every single item on this list individually will be under $100. So if you guys are looking to get some accessories for your brand new Sony a7IV, but you also don't wanna break the bank because you got bills to pay, you have rent to pay, you want to get a snack after you spent $3,000 on this camera, then this is the video for you. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 things that you can get for this camera. So we're gonna start this video off with choosing violence, because I'm gonna talk about something that's a little bit controversial in the filmmaking community, and that is buying aftermarket batteries. So these are 2 newer batteries that I have picked up for my Sony a7IV, and the reason why I wanted to get these is just to give myself a little bit extra juice when I'm in a pinch. Now, I do own quite a bit of the Sony Z batteries, but what ends up happening is sometimes if I'm on a long shoot and I'm not hooked up to a V-mount battery, I will run out of those fairly quickly, especially if I'm shooting photo and video. So I actually ended up picking up some of these newer batteries because I wanted to have a little bit of extra juice, but I also didn't want to spend almost $100 Canadian for each one of these batteries. So these are incredibly affordable, and a lot of people do have their own opinions about having aftermarket batteries. They don't want their camera to burn out. But to be honest, I've owned Sony cameras. I've had these batteries for quite a long time, and I found that they've been just fine. Now, on the theme of violence, we're gonna talk about the Joby Gorillapod 3K in particular. Now, this guy's not only under $100, but this is something that's great if you need a vlogging angle or anything like that. So if you're somebody that's a YouTube vlogger, someone that wants to just set this up for smaller angle stuff to get a tripod shot, and you don't wanna set your camera down on a table and have it tip over, this is a thing for you. Now, the caveat is, and most people do complain about this, is that these Joby Gorillapods don't really have legs that come out as straight, and over time it does get a little bit flimsy. But for something that's a temporary solution that's affordable, and also when you want to get smaller tripod shots, you don't want to set up a big setup, and maybe you're just running gunning, this is something you can pick up in the Joby Gorillapod 3K kit. All right, so the third thing I'm going to talk about are these SD cards. Now, these are V60 cards. Now, they're a little bit faster than your V30s. They do cost a little bit more, but these still maintain that sub $100 price point. V60 cards are great because it gives you that mid-range speed, especially for the higher quality photo and the higher quality video that you're going to be taking on this camera, and you're going to be able to use it for quite a few things. Now, I will say the caveat is that you're not necessarily going to get the Sony Tough cards, the CF Express Type A cards, so being able to shoot 4K all-eye might not necessarily be in the question in a lot of those shooting modes, but if you're looking to shoot normal 4K 60, normal 4K 24 frames a second, and even the 1080p slow motion modes that come with this camera, getting a card like this not only is fast enough to give you great read times and great write times, but it also doesn't break the bank, and you're still able to get the majority of the shooting modes that you could find on the Sony a7IV. Now, you mentioned the batteries. Now we're going to actually talk about the charger. So this, again, surprisingly, is by Newer. Now, this is one of the newer double battery chargers for the a7IV Sony Z battery. Now, the Sony a7IV is a great camera with really great features, but it only gives you this thing, and this is a USB cable that's made to charge your camera, so whenever your battery dies, you can plug it in and charge up your battery. Now, the problem with that is if I have multiple batteries and I need to charge my camera, if I don't have a battery charger that's separate from the camera, my camera has to be off every single time I need to charge a battery, which could slow down your workflow. And if you're doing things like run and gun shoots, longer shoots, or even YouTube videos, it becomes a little bit inconvenient. So I actually ended up picking this newer battery charger. Now, this thing is I actually ended up picking up this newer battery charger. It's pretty inexpensive, and it also charges 2 batteries at the same time. So the 2 batteries that I did mention having earlier, I charge at the same time on here, while I might have one of my Sony genuine batteries in my camera. So I constantly have a charged battery that's ready to go at all times. So for all you photographers that want to last longer on set without needing the help of your doctor, you're going to need a battery grip, and this is the Velo BGS7. I didn't research that before this video, but this is the Velo BGS7. Now, this is a double battery grip for the Sony a7IV. What you're able to do is you're actually able to put 2 batteries in this at the same time. So not only do you have to stop your shooting to switch batteries, you'll have double the battery life, but at the same time, it does give you a little bit more extra length when you're holding the camera, so it's easier to shoot vertically, making it easier if you're gonna get a lot of portrait shoots, maybe you're getting some Instagram reel content, and you need a battery grip that's gonna be able to support you in doing that. Now, last but not least, we're gonna be talking about screen protectors, particularly a tempered glass screen protector for the Sony a7IV. Now, you can go and pick up the Sony genuine ones, but a lot of these tempered glass protection companies have actually made really good quality glass and really good quality products for things like cameras and cell phones and stuff like that. So if you guys are like 99% of Apple users and you've broken the front screen on your iPhone, you know how tedious that is. You know how tedious that is and how painful it is to buy that brand new iPhone and to completely destroy the screen because you dropped it from about 6 inches above. And I don't want that to happen to my camera. So I actually opted to get one of these guys, and it does come with a couple in the set, so I can put it on my camera, I can protect the screen, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of vlogging on the a7IV. I'm gonna be doing a lot of video and a lot of photo on it, and it's inevitable that I'm eventually going to end up dropping it. And the last thing that I want is a screen to crack. So getting one of these guys is a great way to protect your investment, to protect your camera, and again, it's under $100 and you don't end up breaking the bank. All right, so I might have lied because that was actually 6 accessories that are under $100 for the Sony a7IV. Now that does go without saying that you are gonna get what you paid for. Some of these items aren't necessarily the highest quality possible. If you wanna go and spend the money to do that, you're more than open to do so. But these are some affordable things, especially if you put a lot of money into buying the Sony a7IV. A lot of people don't have a ton of money to go buy expensive camera gear, lenses, and stuff like that. So I wanted to make a video that was a little bit more relatable. So if you guys want to accessorize your brand new camera, you have the ability to do that. Obviously, there's gonna be some limitations and some caveats, but the only thing that's worse than a caveat is being broke. A lot of these items are going to be in the links in the description down below. Amazon does give me a kickback if you do decide to purchase those. So if you do want to support the channel and myself and help me make more videos just like these, you guys can go and pick those up. And I'll say thank you because I like having money, I like having bills paid, and if I can make more YouTube videos doing so, that'd be great. That being said, this has been KY Not Kinda Creative, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.